Hello everyone, and welcome to my Unravel HOSPITL News YouTube channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribers button and give this video a thumbs up. Formerly again, there were some fairly slow days this week on General Hospital, but a lot of great exchanges and further character development. Some characters, though, feel to have experienced some radical shifts. The end of the week set up coming week's explosive drama, and everything could be about to come crashing down around Unravel. Ava's been playing with fire, and sooner or laterly she's going to get burned. First, supporting Nina's thinking that dealing the Metro Court to Jason, just so he can give it back to Carly, would score points with Sunny was downright shady of Ava. And Friday, Nina eventually sounded to realize Ava's duplicity when Sunny exploded on Carly right after she revealed Jason got her the hostel back, calling her, Jason, and Nina all serpents. Coming week, Nina calls Ava out for playing her, and it should be good. Ava better stopgap she can talk her way out of this, or Manon might take her down. What's indeed more intriguing is that in the rearmost General Hospital spoilers, Nina's going to Carly with Enterprises. Could Carly and Nina end up putting their abomination away to figure out what Ava's been over to with Sunny? That would be commodity, and as I bandy below, a lot of the characters are presently not acting like themselves. So what's going on with Ava? Actually, what's going on with a lot of the characters on the show? It seems with the new head writing platoon in place, they've decided to give numerous characters personality transplants or taken them in fully different directions. For illustration, I like Nina, and I know she's not perfect, far from it. But it seems like she's come indeed more pathetic, hopeless, and hateful than ever in this hunt to get Sunny back. Also, other characters are just deciding to condemn everything that goes wrong on her. I am surprised Carly didn't condemn her for sabotaging the cook stove at Bobby's. Back to Ava. She came across two major secrets this week, but only told one to Sunny, that Dex was getting a Bobby. She neglected to tell him his bipolar lozenge had been out. Why? Does she suppose if he was on the right lozenge that he'd forgive Nina? That perhaps he wouldn't be cutting Carly, Jason, Michael, and everyone differently out of his life? That he'd show her the check? What are Ava's motives? Why is she so willing to betray and lose her one and only real friend in Nina over Sunny of all people? I'm enjoying that the show is keeping us guessing on what's going on in Ava's head. Still, there's commodity Ava seems to be forgetting, or perhaps the pens are keeping this tidbit for the right time. Now that Nina knows Ava's been playing her for a fool over Sunny, what's stopping Nina from dropping the lemon on Sunny, Carly, and others that Ava knew she turned Carly and drew into the SEC from the morning, and was indeed the one to give her the original idea? Indeed, though Carly isn't his favorite person right now, Sunny probably won't like that she too kept secrets from him. She'll come just one further person who betrayed him. Viewers were quick to call Anna and Laura out for their unforeseen aha moment after decades of what vision? Their discussion about how they ignored Sunny's darker side for so long because Luke was his friend. Robin loves him. He donates to the sanitarium, and he's fascinating was ridiculously over the top. They knew what he did and let it slide. But now because he beat up an old helpless man and put a hit out on someone, they've seen the light. Please, Sunny's done far worse effects in the past. Again, brain or personality transplants? Or just one of those, just do and question it and go with it cleaner moments? Some observers aren't abhorring this turn of events, as they have long wanted the citizens of Port Charles to see Sunny for who he is. Of course, also there's the other half of the followership who sees Sunny as a quasi-hero, keeping medicines and all other crime out of Port Charles, just as Anna noted on Friday in her discussion with Molly. In the end, when it comes out Valentin's squinched with Sunny's meds, it might be him and not Sunny going to jail, because Sunny can condemn it on the alcohol. Even though Cyrus gave Anna a statement, she's choosing to sit on it until the time is right. I am assuming this likely has commodity to do with pikemen, as she knows Sunny had dealings with them in the history. Perhaps she wants to bring down two catcalls with one gravestone. Still, she did bring Molly in on the case, letting her read both Cyrus and Dex's statements and wanting her to make Sunny when the time is right. Anna didn't feel to watch that Molly had a conflict of interest. What with Sunny's son Christina being her family and carrying her child right now? The whole thing was a bit laughable because everyone in Port Charles is one big walking contradiction and conflict of interest to some degree. The albeit brief commerce between Dex and Cyrus at the station was a nice scene. It felt like they were in some way both closing the chapter of their lives that had to do with Sunny. But for formerly, I agree with Joss on commodity. Shocking, I know. Sunny isn't going to let Dex go unpunished. Now that Sunny knows Dex is getting a Bobby, he'll shut him up, and indeed said so himself on Friday. Typically, Joss sermonizing is like nails on a chalkboard, but I allowed. Her speech to Anna about not bothering to hand her the flag from Dex's paw to her at his burial. As they both will know, Anna could have saved him from Sunny. Joss was on point foreigns. Lucy's performance on Home and Heart with Haven might have been the most cringy she's ever been. She indeed managed to make Haven kindly, likable. Still, I felt in part it was to bring up the content of the nurser's ball, as we're approaching that time again. In last week's column, I admitted to liking the sparks between Dainties and Carly, watching him joke around with her, and indeed give her his integers, while at Bobby's was a cute scene. Michael and Joss teasing their mama was delightful too, but Michael seems to be intent on watching out for his mama where Dainties is concerned. And as I also noted last week, as fun as they're together, it won't last. Formerly, Carly learns Kate's is the one who forced Jason to come an FBI snitch, all to keep her from going topperson. As I stated last week, it wouldn't surprise me if Carly accepted Jason giving her back the Metro Court simply because it was Jason. And that's enough much what happened. So much for Carly doing it on her own. Alex's appeal has led to her bowing out as Gregory's +1 to the marriage. So now he and Tracy can sit next to one another and converse at Brooklyn and Chase's big event. Why, however, do I have this feeling there won't be a honeymoon and Gregory will drop dead at the event? As if Nina and Drew's office coitus last week wasn't bad enough. They gave us smooth talking Brick, and he's oh so fly lines trying to impress Jordan. The whole scene made me feel like I demanded a shower, and Jordan needs to hear to that voice in her head telling her, "What's wrong with me?" They eventually addressed the big giant in the room, which is Jason's brand new tattoo. He claimed realizing that he was alone might no way be suitable to return home, and thinking of all the people he had lost, this was commodity that he'd no way lose. Well, okay also. Moving on, my final study this week is formerly again, what about Austin? Are we ever going to find out who killed him and why? Won't someone flash back and suppose of poor Austin? That's it for my opinions on this week's occurrences. As always, leave yours in the commentary. Thanks for watching if you liked this video. So please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.